these two young Norwegians stand at the ready. Increasingly, it's Norway's women stepping up as the country's first line of defence because of the increased threat across Northern Europe. This is especially true in the north, where the country shares a 200-kilometre border with Russia. Norway's army wants to lead the way in gender equality. At the same time, nearly every second female enlistee reports sexual harassment in the barracks. We followed Kaja and Karin during their first week. The time has come. The two 19-year-olds are reporting for duty. Having just finished school, they will spend the next 12 months serving in the Norwegian Armed Forces.
Seeing all the uniforms is cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Until now, this was just in our imagination. The reality is more exciting.
University and vocational training can wait. As of today, the two young women are part of Norway's 33,000-member-strong army. After registration, it is time to make the beds. Less thrilling than expected, but they've got good attitudes.
I consider it a privilege to have made it into the army. And my family has supported me along the way. My father in particular encouraged my decision.
I made a different choice to most people at my school. The others would rather go traveling or start university.
The Norwegian government wants to attract more young women to the military. Since universal conscription was introduced in 2015, their numbers have risen steadily. Soon they are expected to make up 40% of all enlistees. The best and fittest are selected each year, and only half of the applicants pass the entrance exam. Despite the Army's progress recruiting women, there's only one woman in their 5-member executive leadership team so far. What's more, a 2025 investigative report states that nearly every second female soldier reported sexual harassment. Training officers agree that doesn't paint a good picture.
We have a program called Stronger Together. Everyone in the barracks sits down together to talk about what can and cannot be tolerated. Assault and bullying must never be tolerated. It impacts our effectiveness in combat, too.
The introduction of compulsory service was only the beginning of the equality process. We are making progress, but there is still a long way to go.
Kaja and Karin have finished their first week in the barracks. So far, they have not experienced any unpleasant situations. On the contrary, living with their male comrades is going well, even in mixed dorms.
We girls took the bottom bunk. We regret that now. The boys always run and jump onto theirs.
Everyone is friendly and respectful. We've all learned how to respect boundaries.
When someone showers, the door stays closed. No one goes in until the person comes out fully dressed.
Northern Norway on the Russian border. In a few weeks, Karin and Kaja will be transferred here. They'll patrol by jeep or snowmobile. In Norway, guarding the border is not just a job for professional soldiers. Soldiers like 20-year-old Frida and Johanna patrol this area every day. Since the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the only border crossing to Russia has been closed. These two young women are tasked with preventing provocations at the border.
Up here, you feel like you have an important mission. You read a lot in the newspapers about what is happening in the world. Sometimes you think about it before falling asleep and have to take a quiet breath.
The next morning, the two soldiers are back on duty, guarding a section of NATO's exterior border. Meanwhile, Kaja and Karin are learning how to use their weapons.
It takes some getting used to, thinking that we'd have to use them in an emergency.
Still, they're happy with their first week in uniform. Coming together with peers they might never have met, different social backgrounds, from all across Norway. They all might have to trust each other with their lives.
The weapons are only a last resort to defend the country. But we don't just receive firearms training. We also have lessons on ethics. And I think that's very good.
High spirits and firm resolve. Ready for duty, but hoping for peace.
Å ja, sant det.